Ladies and gentlemen, first I'd like to thank obviously the Congressman for coming. I appreciate it, sir, and all of you for coming out tonight to support me. You know, people ask me, well, why are you running? And I said, well, the same initiative that I had and to serve my country when it was under attack after those cowardly attacks by the terrorists on 9/11 is the same reason why I want to serve you as your assemblyman. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen, we're in a fiscal state of emergency right now in New York. And unfortunately, our current assemblyman, Charles Levine, doesn't understand that. You know, at a time when people are taxed enough already, he comes up with new taxes, as everyone heard, the MTA payroll tax. We're paying more thanks to him when we go to register our vehicle and renew our driver's license. And it's not the right message. People are struggling right now. And if you make me your assemblyman, I'm going to get our state back on track. Here are the three basic reforms that I'm calling for. One, we need to reform the MTA. If you would like me as your assemblyman, I will work with my colleagues, with Mike Montezano, to call for MTA mandatory pension reform, mandatory wage freeze, and to return that 11.5% pay increase that they took on our backs when they went to the state legislature and said, we need money. Well, we're not your ATM, MTA, we're not going to take it anymore, and that's one of the things that I'm going to be fighting for. The second thing is property tax caps. I think New York is at the top of the list for being one of the most taxed states in the nation. We're at the bottom of the list for business growth. And why is that? Because the more we tax you, private citizens, the less people want to stay here and grow jobs. So we need to change that. I propose putting together a property tax cap where your taxes do not exceed the current rate of inflation. And also with that, we need to cap Albany's spending. And the third thing is we need to repeal a lot of these wasteful, onerous mandates. I know if we have a school board member here, George, you know about the Wicks law, and what that is in a nutshell is a antiquated law that adds 30% more to our contracting costs, and we can't afford to throw any more tax dollars out the window. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. I thank the Congressman and I thank all the VIPs. And before I forget, I'd also like to especially thank Glen Cove Patch and the Gold Coast Gazette. I'm sure some of you heard, you won't read any of my letters in the Anton newspaper. That includes Glen Cove Record Pilot, Plain Roll Bethpage, actually all 7 of their papers in my assembly district because of their biased editorial policy. However, I'd like to thank Charlene Familetti and Glen Cove Patch and also Syasa Patch. Kenny Morton couldn't make it tonight, but I'd like to thank him too for their fair and balanced editorial policy. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and to victory.